Saturday Zoo, Kylie Minogue like you've never seen her before. Lenny Kravitz sings live in the studio. Dennis Leary gets macho. John Shuttleworth gives us more showbiz tips. Paul Calf gets a second chance. Kevin Day stands up. And Bruce and Larry sit down for another edition of It Happened in Hollywood. That's the show we laughingly call Saturday Zoo. Thank you to our band there, Jeanette Mason and Handbag, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much indeed. I am Barry Beefel and I've lost 37 pounds thanks to Slim Fast. We've got a great show for this evening. We've got the kind of show that makes going through puberty a worthwhile. Coming to you live this evening. It's a live show. You probably know what that means with advanced, state-of-the-art TV technology. Everything that happens here happens in your home, live. What you might not know is that due to advances made recently, we can also exchange fluids, something you might want to bear in mind during the course of the programme. One other thing we wanted to do tonight on the programme, and it is going to be a great show, we wanted to make it even more exciting for you at home, as if that were possible. And I thought we'd take a leaf out of motor racing. When they cover that on TV, you know they sometimes put a camera on board during most of it, so it's like you're actually in the car with the guy. We thought we'd give you at home the thrill, the sheer visceral pleasure of being in this beautiful studio audience, crammed up against 350 other sweaty human beings. So we've chosen a member of our audience to wear this incredible advanced technology camera helmet. Let's have a look at the gentleman there. We've never met before, have we, sir? This is all above board, and you are going to be providing shots for people at home from the audience point of view. Let's have a look at one now if we can. Look at that. It's as good as being here without the heavy smell of hummus hanging over you. And you know what? You don't look at all silly. That's all in the show, and I think the ingredients we have spell fun in probably large letters. Let's get underway. I want to introduce you to our big star guest this evening. To kick off the show, she's a former soap star who commands an audience of millions, a singer who has had more hit records than ABBA, a small Antipodean legend who has made the long, slippery voyage from girl to woman before our admiring eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the gorgeous, the effervescent, the incandescent, Miss Kylie Minogue. Put yourself down. Thanks for being on the Saturday Zoo this evening. You've got a lot to answer for, though, Kylie. Before we start doing nice, friendly showbiz stuff, I think you owe us all a huge apology. Because this year you could not move, you could not go to a panto without seeing at least one bloody Australian soap star clogging up the stage. Did you go and see any?
No, I didn't.
Well, you had
Fortunately, I can't comment then.
Yeah, you can't. Do you watch Neighbours now you're not on it at all?
If it happens to be on, I'll watch it.
So if you can't avoid it, in other words.
If I can't get out of the house, yeah.
But is it happy memories for you?
It didn't used to be, but now, yeah, really nice. It's kind of long enough ago that I can look back and...
So when you wanted to get out of it, what was it like then?
Hideous.
Yeah. See, I didn't work on the show and I felt the same way. But now I don't watch it at all, because you're not on it. I used to at least watch it. Now, you've changed your image quite drastically many times, and one thing, do we have this magazine knocking around here? This GQ? Because in this month's GQ magazine, there is a photograph of you. It says nude on the cover, and you are nude, I suppose, but you're blocking parts of your anatomy. For no apparent reason for the magazine. It's just put in there for sheer titillation.
It's quite a shock, isn't it?
It's quite a pleasant shock, but it's a shock nonetheless. I was looking for the page with the free perfumes to rub my arm on, and it was quite unfortunate on the tube. But would you take it... Would you take it all the way, do you think? Would you wind up doing, like, the Madonna book Sex? Is that something you would aspire to?
No, not at all.
Not at all. If you were to do that, anyone you'd like to put in it with you?
How's your calendar looking?
Lenny Kravitz, maybe, is on the show this evening.
Oh, Lenny's here. I was going to...
Who earlier on, I saw backstage giving Kylie a piggyback.
Yeah, you've got to get around somehow.
You live in Paris now, is that correct?
Between Paris and here, yeah.
And what was this? I remember reading a while ago that one time you were coming through customs and they found a set of handcuffs in your luggage.
I had a handbag that had handcuffs on it, and I had it in another bag, and I totally forgot. And you know, you always get, like, a bit worried when they take your bag and think, God, I hope I haven't got anything in there. Only if you've got
handcuffs in it, you get worried.
Well, I was saying, oh, no. Well, so, of course, the press picked it up, like, I just had all sorts of things in my
Good
bag.
story, a great story. Now, you've just... I meant the press had a great time with the story, I didn't mean that. You're just on the verge of signing. I believe yesterday you kind of finished deal with a new label, a new record label. What's this, a new kind of image, a new sound?
Yeah, it's with Deconstruction, which is through BMG, and my manager and I have been working on it for about a year, so we're really happy that we're almost there. Yeah.
Because I know this is part of a process for you of actually expanding your horizons, of actually seeking new challenges, is that correct?
Yeah, yeah.
One of the things I was amazed to find out is that as part of this deal, to secure this and to sort of show people you meant business, it fell into our hands. You'd made a little... I think you'd done this with a friend in a hotel room with a video camera.
Yeah.
You'd done a little kind of show reel showing off your many talents.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, you start out with a demo, and I suppose I came up to the video stage. Yeah.
OK, because you're keen to be challenged. Well, let's have a look at this. You don't mind me showing this?
Oh, no, not at all.
This is a little something Kylie knocked up with some friends in a hotel room, not a million miles from here.
Not too far.
And it's the first, and I should imagine only time it will be shown on television. This is Kylie, and it's sort of a desperate plea for help. Let's have a look at it.
Hi, I'm Kylie Minogue. You might know me from this. Or this.
Mom, he's my baby. I didn't want to give him away.
But I'm more than just the cheeky girl next door with the bouncy hits. I'm older now. I've done the locomotion, I've buried Charlene in a monkey wrench at the bottom of the garden. And I'd like to show you a few more sides of me, Kylie Minogue. I'm familiar with all the great roles, both classical... See how I hang upon the cheek of night, like a jewel in an Ethiop's air. Age cannot wither me, nor custom stale my infinite variety. Farewell, Egypt. Farewell, Anthony. I do modern roles, too. You looking at me? Are you looking at me? Hey, I'm talking to you! Are you looking at me? I don't see anybody else here. Are you looking at me? Well, that's just a few of the things I can do. I don't have time to go into my other talents right now. Just remember, I'm a singer, I'm an actress, I'm an all-round entertainer. I'm Kylie Minogue. I'm not a kid anymore. I want more from my career. I want more from life. I want to thank you for airing it tonight for me.
So you're genuine about that? You really seek challenges?
Yeah, sure.
Because I've asked the team, I asked them, when I heard about that today, and I just wanted to check you're serious about it, so I asked them to come up with some ideas for ways that we could challenge you, maybe really put you on the spot and give you something new to do that you've never done before.
Yes.
OK, well, we're going to do that, if that's OK with you. Later on in the show, they've been thinking, they're going to come to me with some ideas. You're going to stay with us for the whole hour?
Yeah, absolutely.
OK, and we're going to challenge you.
OK.
So stay tuned to see Kylie challenged. Thank you, Kylie Minogue, for now, though. Thank you, Kylie. As I said, we will be seeing Kylie again in a little bit, but first, this. Welcome to the News Act. It's about 10:08, I suppose. A brand new feature here on Saturday Zoo, bringing you up to date with the week's news and views. In other words, it's just a pathetic way of us doing some topical gags. The headlines at this hour, an entire nightclub made legal history this week when they successfully sued entertainer Roy Castle for passive trumpet playing. Chelsea Clinton has been offered a guest role in teen soap Beverly Hills 90210. She's to play the part of Mick Hucknall. I'm sorry. In a recent survey in the Sun newspaper, it was revealed that 50% of the population make up approximately half the people in the country. And now, financial news. The pound had a good day today. It went out and got pissed with the dollar. Had a curry with the punt and foo up on the Deutschmark in the cab home. Sadly, we have no new information on the John Major libel suit this week, although we did see him in A Little Chef on Friday. You've just got to try and just keep up. That's all you've got to do. And finally, actress Whoopi Goldberg today confirmed that she is to marry British actor Peter Cushing. In future, she'll be known as Whoopi Cushing. And now some fashion. Bringing us up to date with what's hot and what's not, I'm delighted to welcome back an old friend of mine and a new friend of yours, Britain's top male model, Jean-Claude Van Pleur. Jean-Claude. John, you're here, you're going to be doing this on a semi-regular basis.
Yeah, fashion guru.
The new style trends that are sweeping the nation's youth.
Surely, surely.
OK, so what's the new style that you're going to talk about this week? What's the big trend?
Can you guess?
Flares are back.
Flares are back, yeah.
But meanwhile, the face, the objects...
I tell you what's popular now, mate. Piercing.
Yeah.
It's very popular and not really that painful.
And you've gone for it in a major way. Where do you actually... where do you get the rings from?
Juicens.
Yeah.
Of a Sunday.
Yeah. A beautiful range they have.
Yeah.
There. It really is.
For me, they do the best range of rings.
Yeah. And you said that it's not that painful, but
it's
really,
not,
it
well,
looks...
when I say it's not painful, I'm lying. It's killing me.
Yeah.
It's hell.
You're in permanent pain.
Look, and they've gone too far with these two. You see, I mean, what are you supposed to do with that?
Well, you'd have to be careful there to miss the veins, wouldn't you?
I can't move those 3 fingers now.
Yeah. But, you know, it looks terrific.
It does look good.
It really does.
It's fashion. I'm not a fashion victim. I'm just sad.
Yeah. What would you recommend if people wanted to perhaps do this at home, even? What should they use to make the holes?
Something very sharp, I would have thought.
OK.
Just initially, just to get it through there.
From what little research I've done on the subject, I understand that certain rings in certain parts of the anatomy actually have names.
They do.
There's a ring, a Prince Albert.
A Prince Albert, that's for you.
Right. What are the ones you have here?
Oh, I don't go into those, but I tell you, I've got... There's in the buttock, if you have a pin through the left buttock, that's a Gilbert.
Yeah.
And a pin through the right buttock, that's a George. See?
It's a Gilbert and George.
Yeah.
I would have held up much greater hope for that game, but there you go, you can never tell.
There is one other thing, look.
Yes.
You can't really see it, but if I go...
that's... what a lovely cut.
That's not bad, is it?
That's lovely, that's lovely.
Now, that really does hurt.
You know what? that's kind of sending out the message, all aboard who's coming aboard, isn't
That's it, that's me.
Listen, it's lovely. We hope you come back next week.
I'd love to.
Tell us some more
if I'm not in hospital.
Jean-Claude Van Pleur, ladies and gentlemen.
Flower!
Give us another ring, will you? That's lovely. Now it's time for our weekly roundup of news from the world of film and showbiz. So let's go live via satellite to Hollywood to join our correspondents Larry Wise and Bruce Urquhart.
Hello, my name is Bruce Urquhart.
My name's Larry Wise, and welcome back once again to...
It Happened in Hollywood.
Great to have you on the show, fellas. It's a good, clean line we've got this week. It's almost like you're just here in the studio with me. What have you been up to in Hollywood?
Well, Jonathan, nice that you should ask. We just attended the Golden Globe Awards, where, of course, you English swept the board once again. You're so talented, and I love your movies, too.
Oh, especially in Merchant Ivory films, Another Country, A Room with a View.
Passage to India. Oh, and what about Howard's End?
Oh, personally, I couldn't get enough of Howard's End.
Well, enough of Howard's End. Now, on a sadder note, we've something, well, Bruce Willis and Demi Moore are no more. They're over. Bruce.
Very sad to say, the golden couple of Hollywood are split, and we have exclusive details of the divorce settlement. Larry.
Well, Demi has received a New York apartment, a Malibu beach house in Malibu, custody of the children, and 3 of the cars.
Oh.
What did Bruce get?
Bruce gets to keep the Die Hard 2 lighter, the Acme leaf blower for the lawn, you know, and the Hudson Hawk ceremonial bathrobe.
Oh, that's really kind.
Well, I don't think it is. I think she's the vixen. I think she took him for his money. I think she worked his
Calm down. What's the matter with you?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's my hormones. They're all over the place. It's this planetary thing. Venus is in Neptune and Pluto is in Uranus. You know, it's just too much. I feel like saying Dr. Ruth.
Dr. Ruth? Oh, my God. You know, one day I met Dr. Ruth in Toys R Us in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh,
you know what she did?
No.
She grabbed me aside and pinned me to the wall with a huge cucumber.
Oh, my God.
Do you know what she said?
No.
She said, "Do you have a sexual problem?"
What did you say?
I said, "No, begone, dwarf."
Then what happened?
She disappeared.
Oh, I love toy shops. Anything can happen.
Yes. Oh. Well, what happened to me last week?
Go ahead.
I was sat in a sauna with Bart Simpson smoking pot.
What do you mean? He's a cartoon.
Well, he seemed real to me.
Oh, God. Anyway, I won't touch that stuff.
You won't touch it?
The first time I smoked pot was 1971.
Yeah.
First of all, I felt giddy.
Yes.
Then I felt dizzy.
Yes.
Then I passed out.
No.
And when I awoke, I was tied to a mast on Omar Sharif yacht.
Did he drag you up?
No, I wore my own clothes.
Oh, that's nice. So, time out, everybody.
It's time for
Time
competition.
out. Competition result time. So here we go. There we have the brazen bucket. And
2 weeks ago, we asked you a question about Ali Bongo.
Ali Bongo. We said, whatever happened to children's entertainer Ali Bongo? So I'll have a delve, like I do.
Go have a delve.
And there we have a card. And the winner is Ali Bongo.
Oh.
And he says, hi, I'm here and I'm doing fine.
Oh, well
That's
done.
great.
Wait a minute, Larry. They're all from Ali Bongo.
What do you know?
What a neat jape.
What a neat jape.
Well, Mr. Bongo, you'll be receiving our second video, Bruce and Larry's Breasts of Bronze. Flex those pecs. Oh. Okay, competition time again this week.
This week's competition is a little harder. So it's a multiple choice question, and you have a choice of 3 possible answers. Bruce.
So, listen very carefully. You're stuck in an elevator with Zsa Zsa Gabor. Do you A, pretend she's not there and just sit quiet?
B, say hello and make polite conversation.
Or C, attempt to remove his wig?
Yes.
And the winners of this competition will receive our new video, The Sheer Shame of Cellulite, or Cellulite City, It's Such a Pity.
Brush today.
Brush today, brush your cellulite away. It's really not that hard. And the video stars Victoria Principal and
Johnny Morris and a host of others.
it's wonderful. And send your answers on a little postcard to Bruce and Larry here at the Zazar Puzzler, 127 Hope Key, Pecan Lodge, Hollywood, California. And don't forget your zip.
Never forget your zip.
Never. Well, I'm all tuckered out now.
Oh, I'm bushed.
Are you really? What are you doing tonight, my
Well,
love?
tonight I'm going to the opera with Dolly Parton.
Oh, you lucky little mite. I'm going to a toga party at Hulk Hogan's place.
You're going to a toga party.
Uh-huh.
With your feet
Why
and
not?
sandals, you'll look like a buzzard.
Oh, said the fat little owl. Well, it's ciao for now. My name's Bruce Urquhart.
My name's Larry Wise.
And you joined us for...
It Happened in Hollywood.
Bye.
Bye. What do you mean, a fat little owl?
Hollywood. I'm here with Kylie Minogue once again. Kylie, you're with us. I said earlier we're going to try and find a way to challenge. They've knocked this up very quickly for you. It's the Challenge Kylie Wheel, as you probably all caught on. There are a number of things on here which I suspect, at least I hope, you've never encountered before. For example, we have mud wrestling. We have sheep shearing. We have human cannibal. All these things are set up ready for you backstage. Wherever it stops, you're prepared to do that. Is that correct?
Yes.
How brave, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to spin it. Let's see. Round and round it goes. Let's see where it stops. It could be... Oh, it's a spin again.
Spin again.
I thought that was something you had to do. Oh, no, we spin it again, I see. Here we go. Let's have a look. There's mud wrestling on there. Did I say that?
You did mention that.
Yes! Mud wrestling! It says mud wrestling!
You've got to assemble a table.
Hey?
Assemble a table.
Oh, no.
Well, never mind. It's still a challenge, and it's something I imagine you've never done this before?
I've never assembled anything.
You've never experienced the sheer thrill of opening up a flat pack
No.
and just wading in with an Allen key? All right, well, we have one for you. Bring it out there. This will have to be a challenge for the evening. It's ready to assemble, and it's not just any table. It's from IKEA. A beautiful addition to any home. We're going to let you get on with it throughout the show. We have a little space over there for you to tuck in. Make sure you've got all the screws and read the instructions.
No mud wrestling, then.
It's
no mud wrestling.
I don't think so. Kylie, good luck with that. We'll see you later on in the show with a bit of table assembly. And now, some music, though. This is our 4th show, and already we've established a reputation for some of the best live music on TV. We've had Paul Weller on the show, we've had Delamitri on the show, we've had Jimmy Nail on the show, and tonight we are honoured and excited to have with us one of the most influential singer-songwriter producers around at the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is with his new single, Are You Gonna Go My Way? Please welcome the one and only Mr. Lenny Kravitz.
know is, are you gonna go my way? And I got to know.
Lenny Kravitz, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. The hardest working hair in show business. And Lenny Kravitz band, I guess. Thank you very much indeed. OK, let's go stateside once again now for another report from Dennis Leary. Last week it was 2 words, Bill Clinton. This week it's 1 word, macho.
1 word, macho. Sit your soft little ass down and listen up, okay? I am not a new man. I am big and boxy and sweaty and loud. I drink and I smoke. I drink and I drive. I drink and I drive and I smoke and I puke. I will not bond. I will not share. I refuse to nurture. Yeah, I know I'm in denial. I keep denying the cold hard fact that I could buy an automatic rifle and take a couple of hostages. Fuck you! Ernest Hemingway? Pussy. Real men do not commit suicide. Real men know just how much life sucks. Real men grit their teeth and take it. War after war, tumor after tumor, bill after bill. You do not greet death. You punch him in the throat repeatedly as he drags you away. I think John Wayne said it best when he said, fuck death and the lung cancer he rode in on. John Wayne, John Huston, Bill Holden, Lee Marvin, these were men. Real men. Men who died of massive heart attacks or sudden brain seizures or who just plain fucking blew up. Men who had cancer 5 or 6 times. Men made out of leather. Big, huge, hulking men. You see this? Know what my theory is? No pain, no fucking pain. You can bet your powder blue party dress I ain't gonna cry. I pine for the sheer stupidity of the old days when men would brandish hammers and build huge bulky cars that tore open the ozone layer and sucked up gas and crushed little tiny fuzzy little animals beneath totally useless but totally cool looking tail fins. When men would walk naked through the woods pissing and barking.
What
number are you up to? What number? You see, you've got to go 1, 2, then 3, then 4.
I can't go.
We've got to take a commercial break now, but this is the kind of live TV experience that makes Britain the envy of the rest of the world. Coming up in part 2, we've got showbiz tips from John Shuttleworth, another visit from our man of the people, Paul Calf, and some sexy hints from Love Doctor Rachel Swift. So please, don't go away. £37, ladies and gentlemen. I used to be one of the fattest teachers in Britain. Welcome back to the show. How's that man getting on with the silly hat? How are you getting on there, sir? With the camera on your head. Could you do me a favour? Let's demonstrate the technology we have available here. Will you do... We refer to this in TV terms as a whip pan. It's a very quick move from, like, 180 degrees, one side of the studio to the other, without snapping your spine. Can you do that for me? It's got to be about the most pathetic thing I've seen all week. What can I say about this next man that hasn't already been written on 1,000 lavatory walls? Philosopher, social commentator, voice of the people. He was with us here in the studio last week and, well, he's still here. Please welcome Paul Calf.
bag of shite. Right. Women, right, women. You can't live with them, can you? You can't live with them, can you? Right, I don't live with a woman. I don't know. I'm my own man. Do you know what I mean? I'm king of my castle. I can do what I like. I can leave my underpants lying about, you know, leave me socks, whatever, and I know that my mum will tidy it up. You know what I mean? Sorry, I used to live with a woman. I used to live with Julie. She's a lovely Julie. She'd done everything for me, you know. Cook me meals every day, you know. But one day in the week, I'd say, never mind about me. Never mind about me. Today's your day. What do you want? What do you want from the chippy? And I get it. I don't care. Anyway, she pissed off, hasn't she? With Tony. Tony does this, Tony does that. Tony's got a bleeding XR3i with big fat tyres and furry seats and go faster bleeding stripes. Copycat. I don't bleeding care. I've got a new bird. Charlotta. She's all right. She makes me laugh. I'm always on the phone to her, listens to all my problems. I wish she'd phone me, though, because it's 48p a minute peak rate and 36p a minute. I can't afford it, you know. But I'd say I bleeding hate students, right? Say right. Students, all right? Students, right? Students. Oh, Julian, look at my trousers. I made them out of an old sap. Baggy shite. Right? Hang on, right? You go to a nightclub, right? You go to a nightclub, somewhere posh, like La Vie en Rose in Bradford, right? You go there, right? You're all tooled up. You go in and it goes off in the corner. What do? You wade in, don't you? Get a bit handy, right? What's this student going to do, eh? Hit you with his dissertation. Like a shite. Right, I'll tell you what. I'm in a good mood. Just come back from Benidorm. I don't know what you're thinking, oh, he doesn't hang around with those sorts of people. Well, there's hardly any Spanish there. It's great. You gotta go. Right, but I'm very gifted. I can suss people out, right? Very clever like that, right? Like, see him over there, right? He's all right. You see him over there? He's a twat. You know what I mean? No offence, like, no offence, but yeah, aren't you? You know. I'm very aesthetic, right? I like artists. I like Monet. He's all right. Matisse, he's all right. Degas, he's a twat. Do you know what I mean? It's all right, it's gone now. I think I'm going to be sick. I better go find a taxi. Good night.
Mr. Paul Calf there, ladies and gentlemen. And Paul Calf is a national theatre player. Well, there's a lot of it about these days. I'm sure you're aware. It being sex, of course, is on TV all the time at the moment, it seems. You can't walk into a video shop without being confronted by quality educational material like these kind of things. You've probably seen these. These are some new ones out. There's this Kama Sutra in 3D. And this is my personal favourite, The London Knights in 3D. And it's really a lovely little subtitle there. It says, this time, they're coming at you. Isn't that a lovely thought, eh? Well, one woman is tackling a whole new area of this specialist market, and I'm glad to say she's joining us here tonight. The author of Women's Pleasure, or How to Have an Orgasm as Often as You Want. Rachel Swift, ladies and gentlemen. Now, it says Rachel Swift on there, but in actual fact, you're Dr. Dido Davis. That's not your real name. You wrote it under an alias. Why was that?
That's right. For a variety of reasons, really. Largely because I'd written quite frankly about a load of blokes I used to know, and I thought it was a little unfair to drop them in it.
Yeah, and you really do drop them in it, of course,
Well,
don't you?
I have disguised it a bit, so I hope no one will be too offended. But also, I think I wouldn't have been able to write quite so frankly about myself if I'd known it was going to come out under my name.
I mean, the title is fairly self-explanatory, but just to fill us in, sketch us in if you can, in a nutshell, what actually is the book about?
Well, there's a self-help plan for women who have trouble with orgasm. There are a lot of stories, quotes, information, all specifically on the subject of female orgasm. And it sort of begins with this dramatic figure of approximately 70% of sexually active women have trouble with orgasm. But from there on, it's deeply optimistic. For those who want to use the plan, I think it will work. It worked for me, and I thought I was hopeless.
Yeah, and it's worked for me. I read it purely in the interest of research for this show. But what's the main barrier then, if we can be, general about it, to stopping a woman reaching that fulfilment?
Well, nobody really knows. This is the great mystery of the ages, and thousands of studies have tried to pin down what it is. I mean, obviously, the man has to do his part, and often the barrier is the bloke's no good.
Oh,
I have to say it.
So it's my fault, is it? That's what it is. I noticed you were talking about this book on the Richard and Judy, the morning show this morning, Richard and Judy last week. Be honest, after the show, did Judy come up to you and say, I need help? Because she looks frustrated to me. And they wouldn't have those problems at home if it was all smooth now, would they?
My lips are sealed.
OK. Now, so I'm a man. This book is aimed primarily at women, but there's a... You think I'm a man, or you think it's aimed at women? But what can I do, and male viewers do, to ensure satisfaction guaranteed?
Well, they could begin by reading the book, because there is a whole chapter for blokes in the book.
Not a big chapter, though.
Not a big chapter. In fact, a number of women have come up to me and said, why only a chapter? You want a whole book? It's always the bloke's fault. But I don't believe it is always the bloke's fault, although often it is. I think there are exceptional cases when it's not. There are so many things. I think a really important one is don't fuss the woman, because so often he's there, sort of going away,
blithering and blathering all
saying,
over.
How is it, dear? Are you going to take long?
Yeah.
Have you done it yet?
I find that just a written questionnaire at the end suffices. Personally, I don't know whether that to deal with you. But let me ask you generally, say, for example, this evening, is going out and eating a big meal and drinking a huge amount of alcohol, is that a good idea?
Well, it's not a bad idea for a bloke. It slows him down, I suppose. And I actually have a little section on what to do if your partner gets too sozzled and falls asleep.
So you mean... Oh, now, hold on. You mean actually falling asleep, like, mid-flight, so to speak?
No, I really meant beforehand. But you shouldn't write him off.
Let the poor man sleep, won't you? You're talking about fiddling and fussing. You're lying there. Someone's all over you.
The poor woman who's been
what about the poor woman?
And then,
go downstairs on the couch. Go and see the lodger. That's all you've got to do. But no, I'm on your side, though. Now, you talk... There's a little bit about, of course, about the big issue of faking.
Yep,
orgasm.
there's a whole chapter on it.
And men do like, I think, speaking as one, some sort of sign, some sort of... It's easier for men in some respects because there's a very obvious physical sign that one has arrived, as they say in France.
No, some men do fake.
But you see, could we not arrange it that maybe we could encourage them to shout, like, bingo, or something, just so we know?
Well, one thing that since I wrote that book, and there was a whole chapter already on faking, the number of women who've come up to me and said, oh, my God, at last someone who discusses faking properly and doesn't just dismiss us all as deceitful. Yeah. I do it all the time. It's incredible. I mean, the number of people who've sort of suddenly confessed to me. I mean, I thought it was big before, but I've been
You're
astonished.
talking about faking, I hope, when you use that phrase. Well, listen, it's a pleasure talking to you, and it's a very enjoyable read. No illustrations, none of those kind of hippie contortionists you remember from The Joy of Sex, I'm very pleased to say.
Enormous willies being rubbed, nothing like that.
Yeah, nothing like that at all, if you will. Thank you very much indeed, Dr. Dido Davis. Thank you for being on the show. And it's something for all the family. And now for a real showbiz all-round on the programme. In previous weeks on this show, he has concentrated on giving us advice about singing and live music performance. Tonight he's going to give us the benefit of his acting experience. Please welcome the one and only Mr. John Shuttleworth.
Welcome to John Shuttleworth's Free Drama Lesson with your host, John Shuttleworth. Yeah, because, you see, I'm not just a versatile singer-songwriter. Like Kylie, I do a bit of drama as well. I played Wishy Washy in Aladdin at Dinnington, Alhambra. I was an Ethiopian slave in an amateur production of Aida. More recently, I was invited to play Alderman Fitzwarren in a little walkabout in Leo Superstore car park, you know. But, and see, I think everybody here could do acting as well. And at home, especially for telly, because if your face fits, that's all that matters. See, looking around, that lad there, if the camera can see him, I can imagine you as a young detective in The Bill. The lass next to you, bubbly barmaid in Emmerdale. For that lady there, you could be a nurse in Casualty, who perhaps steals some money from a friend. I mean, you know, you give it back to her, obviously, but do you know what I mean? Video store owner in Taggart. See, everyone's got the potential. So listen, watch closely as I show you how to make a phone call for the small screen. I've just seen someone in Bergerac, Hitman in Bergerac. Right, put the number in. And normally you wait a long time to get through, but you mustn't do that. You must be very quick. Hello? Yes, Ken. It's Ken Worthington, my sole agent. You know, TV's clarinet man. Ken, can you get me a booking tomorrow night in Chapel-on-the-Frith? You can. Lovely. I'll be there at 8 for a sound check. Bye, Ken. Now, before you put the phone down, listen, before you put the phone down, you look at it for a second. Bye, Ken. Then you put it down. Right. Don't need to clap, it's obvious. Having said that, some actors don't do that, you know. And they should do, because you can't see the intention, you know. Right, now the emotional phone call is a different kettle of fish, because it requires great acting skill, but at the same time, you've still got to be able to master the mechanics of holding a telephone. Now, let's imagine a situation. Let's imagine that my wife, Mary, has been knocked down by a bus, and I get news of it, all right? So, ding, ding, ding. I'll be quite merry at first, because it adds to the dramatic tension. Ding, 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 ding. Hello, John Shuttleworth here. Mary, my wife, what about her? Keeping up the happy atmosphere. What about her? And let it dawn slowly. Knocked down by a bus? Which number? Yes. Yes, I'll come right away. Yes. Don't say bye, because you wouldn't, you see. You're too emotionally keyed up. And you look for a very long time at the receiver. You slowly put it down. All the weight of the world is on your shoulders. You slowly turn to camera and go off. All right? Actually, I was quite into it then. You know, when I got the bad news, I wanted to cry. But how do you do that? Well, you don't sort of go, oh, boo-hoo, like that. That's silly. That's like Peter Glaze and Crackerjack, isn't it? Don't fool anybody. Now, what you must do is you yawn with your mouth closed, all right? And think of something sad, like your dog dying or something. You can try it with me if you want. And at home, come on. You feel the tears coming? No, you need to do it in context. What if I've been drinking heavily as well? You know, a few Malibus or something. Be nice, wouldn't it? Well, but how do you act drunk, eh? Well, you don't sort of go, yo, ho, ho, and a bottle of rum. No, that's silly, isn't it? Peter Glaze acting. And what you must do, and this is what professionals do, is you pivot on one leg, like that, and waggle your head slightly. Right? Let's put all these things together now. You don't need to do it all. Knocked down by a bus. Which number? Where? Yes, I'll come right away. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you very much. Oh, cheers. Thank you. Yes, I was hoping to show you how to exit from a restaurant when you're angry, but there's not time for that. So just practice that, you know, you'll get it in the end. Drugs baron in Spender. Right, I'll see you again. Thank you. You've been lovely. Ta-ra. See you.
Thank you, Mr. John Shuttleworth. How you getting on? You doing better?
I reckon I could wear that.
Yeah, you could.
I could pop that on.
You know what you want to do? You know what you want to do, Kylie? You want to do what I do? You want to get a man in.
I get a man in.
Eh?
For...
I've got a man, I have a little ginger man comes in for me on a regular basis.
Oh.
And he does me proud. That's what you want to do. We're going to take a break there. I thought that was a guaranteed audience pleaser. I thought, little ginger man, you're going to be cheering and carrying me on your shoulders, but no.
I laughed for you.
I've disgraced myself again. We're going to take a break, come back afterwards. We've got comedy from Kevin Day, and we'll be checking in again with Kylie. See you then. Don't go away. Yeah, it's a little ginger man. Comes round for me. Welcome back, and you join me at the Zoo news desk with news of more stories which have broken since we've been on air. This is a shock bulletin just in. Television personality Danny Baker has just turned down a commercial. Politics, and in a bizarre example of the power of television, last Sunday's parade of the Belfast Order of Orange Men was disrupted by a group of protesters shouting, "You've been tangoed." And congratulations from everyone here to former model Suzanne Acosta, 33, who is set to marry former Rolling Stone Bill Wyman. Apparently, Suzanne first met Bill via a carbon dating agency. Or even a carbon dating agency. When asked if she was a bit old, or rather a bit older than his normal choice of companion, Bill replied that the way he looked at it, it was like getting 3 11-year-olds for the price of one. That's the news at, I don't know, 10 or 11. And now with his highly personal, seriously pertinent, heaving and pointed and deeply pithy view of the week, please welcome Mr. Kevin Day.
Thank you. Never mind pithy, Rossi. I got burgled. Burgled. You get burgled, you feel so middle class. It's awful. 1 minute you're a good socialist, the next minute, where's my video? What do you mean burgled? I voted Labour. Bring back hanging, Thatcher. And the copper came round, he was about 7. He told me all about the victim support group, which is nice, so we found the burglar, kicked the shit out of him, which is But the oddest copper of the week, you know this guy's been stabbing horses? Stabbing, ripping, maiming, brutal... Sorry. The policeman in charge of that case said, we think the man may have a grudge against horses. Ah, he's not an impatient Belgian butcher, then. But horses are lovely. It's like my mate said to me, he said, Kev, horses are my favourite. And I said, why is that, Mick? He said, they're so trusting. That's right. They don't know you're not a real vet. And the psychiatrist in charge, which is wonderful, he said he thinks the motive may be sexual frustration. Pardon me? Call me old-fashioned, but I've been sexually frustrated. You have a choice. Shall I have a wank? Shall I tamper with a GG? And it has been a bad week all round for animals because it's been revealed that Ray-Ban have got an animal research centre. What sort of research are Ray-Ban doing on animals? Come here, Rover, try these on. Well, they look shit. Try the tortoiseshell. Lovely. Want a fag? And scientists also said, I don't know if you saw this, that they said cats don't always land on 4 paws, especially if you wrap them in sellotape. Chuck them really hard. And they bounce. Woo! But it's not all bad news, though, because Desert Orchid got better, which is sweet. Or as my dad says, affectionately calls him, the old grey sod who keeps falling over. No, that's the Queen Mother. And what is the Queen doing suing the Sun newspaper? She'd be better off suing her social worker, surely. I'm not taking the piss out of social workers. I'm not, honestly. I've got kids. I want to keep them. I want to let that play. Social workers are fine. Comedy kids, by the way, Mum, if you're looking. She's suing the Sun newspaper because they revealed details of what she was going to say in her Christmas speech, like we gave a toss. Oh, no, don't give it away. Oh, no. If they'd revealed details of Only Fools and Horses, I'd have been well upset. But the brilliant thing is, it's got to come to court. She's going to have to go to court, and the clerk of the court will say, name the Queen. Yeah, very clever, sparkly. Occupation? Waving. And the Sun said, their excuse was, we treat the Queen the same way we would treat our cleaning lady. No, you don't. You wouldn't reveal what Ethel the cleaning lady was going to say on Christmas Day, would you? Big headline, not more talcum powder, Jim, what a bastard. And why is John Major persisting in suing the New Statesman? It's good for his image. Let's face it, he looks like a man who shouts maybe when he comes. And this whole nonsense as well. John Major this week said that he wants to make the unemployed work for their dole. Minicab drivers all over the country saying, we've been doing that for years, Johnny. But what a week he chose to do it. The very week that the Tory party made 70 of their own workers redundant. And you hear that sort of news and you just think, yes! Result! I'd love to be there when those sods sign on. Previous employment? I work for the Tory party. Pardon? I work for the Tory party. I still can't hear. I work for the Tory party! Well, you've got to work for your dole now as well, haven't you? There's a mop, there's a Shetland on your bike. He's not the only MP in trouble, by the way. You know, this week, Clinton, big trouble for Clinton. A survey said that 1 in 5 Americans think that Clinton is doing a bad job. 1 in 5 Americans think that everybody else is doing a bad job. 2 in 5 Americans look like shit. And 1 in 5 Americans think the Iraqi flag is, in fact, the Union Jack. But the bizarre information is that 48% of people in this poll said that they would like a Kennedy as president and that they think the Kennedy family are unlucky. Unlucky? The luckiest family in the world. They've been accused of rape, they've been accused of murder, corruption, everybody loves them. Kennedy could go on primetime television and say, Allah, sheepshagger. And Muslim fundamentalists all over the world would go, cheeky. You've been great, thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mr. Kevin Day. Shamelessly milking the applause there. That's about all we've got time for this week. On next week's programme, we've got a great lineup. Mark Thomas will be back, Dennis Leary. We have music from K.D. Lang and the B-52s. It Happened in Hollywood, all that kind of stuff. And voodoo artiste Dr. Buzzard. Thanks to everyone for being on the show. Lenny Kravitz, John Shuttleworth, of course, Paul Calf, Jean-Claude Van Plurp. And let's see how Kylie did with that table, shall we? I know you can't wait to find out. Whoa! You've all my songs there. That's a good job. And with spoons to spare, listen, come back next week and do some shells for me. How about that?
No way.
John, are you a fan of Lenny's music, his performance style?
Yes, a nice bullet field's what he does. Like the way he punches the air on key phrases. Michael Ball does that, doesn't he? Needs more eye contact with the audience, though. But, it's a true. Very good, guys. Yeah, he's good.
I think so. You've been watching Saturday Zoo. Do it again next week. Good night. Thanks for watching.